Is the Sony A6700 a good choice for wildlife photography, and more specifically, birding? In this video, I'm gonna share my hands-on experience with the A6700 taking pictures of birds out in the wild. I'm also gonna share some side-by-side photos and videos of the EVF from the A7 IV and the A6700 to show you guys the difference between the autofocusing system for both cameras. And hopefully, by the end of this video, I can help you decide if the A6700 is gonna be a worthy addition to your arsenal. Let's get into it. We are out at Vista View Park in South Florida. It's a beautiful January day. It's 80 degrees down here, and we're gonna put the A6700 to the test for wildlife. Seeing a lot of people asking if that camera is good for birding, if it's good for shooting, and all those situations. So let's find out. And actually, I'm shooting on the A6700 right this second with this ND filter on that is not really. Ooh, that's too dark. There we go. How's that? That look better? All right, let's get the lens out and see what's cooking. All right, so apparently Kate says that the burrowing owl that we were originally trying to get has flown the coop. It takes forever to get your cameras and everything else all set up and ready to go, but we did spot some glossy ibises right over there, and we're gonna go try to get some shots of them. Hey, say something.
Hey, say something.
Oh, I think Kate's, Kate is live on there.
Glossy ibises.
We are also using the DJI Mic 2s for this video, doing some tests on them. And I feel like now we're like right on top of these birds, very close. So the biggest complaint that we had about the A7 IV was that the bird recognition system, remember how you always said that it never locked on the eye? With all the bird videos that we've done, A7 IV is amazing, but that recognition system, it never seemed to like want to grab like the bird's eyes at all.
Sometimes it would not. Being
that my wife has used A7 IV multiple times, even though she claims not to be a huge camera enthusiast like I am.
I'm not.
Let's swap. And then right off the bat, like, what do you notice?
It put a box around the bird.
Box around the bird now. You could definitely see the green eye box. As small as those birds are, the eye box drops onto the bird. Do you notice it?
Oh, yep.
Seen it?
I seen it.
Yep. That is the biggest upgrade from the A7 IV to this. Finally seeing the bird tracking working all the way.
Hey, he's back.
Oh, do we have the burrowing owl back?
Is that something else? But I don't even know if that's a burrowing owl.
What do we have?
A little, oh my God, he's so cute.
Awesome. Can you
He's
get
probably
a little
not
bit
gonna let us
closer,
get
or?
close. Is that a kestrel? An American kestrel, I meant.
Yep.
Hold this.
Okay.
I just want to see. I think it's an American kestrel.
The glare is too much. Oh.
It is an American kestrel.
All right, so I just got a few shots of a grackle just in that tree right over there. And yeah, common grackle, whatever, dude. But whole point is that the eye autofocus, especially for the birds, which was completely non-existent in the A7 IV, is absolutely noticeable in this, and it's way easier to kind of lock on and get that shot. Kate and I were just discussing that even in camera, it looks like it's sharp and looks like it's clear, but you don't really know until you get home and you see it in Lightroom or Photoshop, whatever you process your photos through. That's when you kind of notice if it's as sharp as it looks. So time will tell, right, Kate?
That's right. Let's go find a bird.
This is what Kate gets like. She gets on these missions and she's just like, squirrel, but bird. Great feature too of these DJI Mic 2s is that having two transmitters, you can actually hear Kate's audio right now.
I'm trying to find out what this little tiny chirping is up in this tree, and I feel like because you have the camera where you can actually see, you should point it up this way.
And the fun part for me is that I don't know what she's saying, but you guys know what she's saying. It's all a mystery.
So weird how you can hear them and I see,
you can't see them.
Absolutely nothing. Okay, on to the next thing.
Yep. I was just saying to Kate that someone was asking about how the A6700 handled fast-moving targets, meaning fast-moving birds. And birds are hecka fast. It's
right
hard
there.
to see them with your eyes, let alone shooting through a APS-C crop sensor 200mm lens. So what's 1.5 times 200?
97,402.
There you go. So that's how much that is. Something moving that quickly, that small, I am not good at it, but the camera might be great at it. So I don't know.
Let me try.
Do it. Oh, you can try? Go for it, man.
I tracked it.
You got it?
They're easier when they're against the blue sky, like when they're up a little higher.
Can you see the targets hitting or no?
Only a couple times.
Only a couple times?
Super tough.
I also think that
little wiggly monsters. Wait, one locked on.
You got it?
Here he is.
You got it.
I got it.
Got it. Onward ho.
Onward to the next birds.
What you're about to see are a few shots I was able to grab on our way out of the park. I did not alter any of these. This is straight out of the camera. The only thing I did was zoom in 200% so you can see if the autofocus caught the subject. If I remember correctly, my shutter was around 1250-ish, somewhere in that range, and the autofocus target box did hit for these photos. The first photo is definitely not sharp. The second and third were marginally better and very similar to each other. I'm sure a faster shutter speed and a good photographer would yield better results, but who wants to watch some pro make videos? This is way more entertaining, right? Okay, moving on. Might not be close enough, yeah.
Oh, I saw the little box on his eye.
There it is.
Oh, except I'm moving. Hold on. Oh, I need the tripod for this.
So also keep in mind that we are shooting into the sun. The sun is kind of like coming down.
Also keep in mind my arm is so sore from yesterday's bicep workout and I got bit by an ant. Oh, anthill of the kestrel. Are you nice and steady of this kestrel?
Yeah, I nailed him. I got
nice.
Yeah.
Awesome. That is an anthill and those ants hurt.
Now do you see the difference?
Yeah, because the other one that we used, it just has the grid.
And sometimes it didn't.
I don't know if you can see, but he's on that little stand.
I'm telling you, man.
Oh, he flew away off the post. Can you get the American kestrel in flight is a good question. Oh, he's soaring so gently right now. He's like staying in one spot for you.
Even flying away that far away, full box went around him. As soon as you saw his wings, the camera like grabbed the focus on him. So I'm really curious to see what those look like.
Well, that was also really cool. A lot of luck because that kestrel just stayed in flight in one area for like 30 seconds.
That was a moving object. So I'm gonna say that that was a check on that box.
We have one small portion that can make it into a video.
That's it.
We should probably hop off.
Is that just a bob down there? But
no, that's a cattle egret.
We're at Wolf Lake, and Kate's right here. There she is, taking videos of happy little ducks. Is this real birding? No, of course not. We're gonna take some video, and I'm gonna show you what the viewfinder is showing me in the A6700 with the 100-400 and the A7 IV. I'm gonna show both of those comparisons right now. And of course, the A7 IV is making me look like a total liar here. The target box is doing exactly what I said through this entire video that it did not do. In this situation, the light, the distance, and the IBIS not moving, the A7 IV is doing an excellent job. I suppose you just had to take my word on it, or if you own an A7 IV and you've had these issues with the bird recognition autofocus system, please let me know. The A6700 is also doing a bang-up job, keeping in step with the camera that is $1,000 more expensive. So here we are. The Sony A6700 is a smaller, lighter, less expensive, and very capable camera, and now, paired with Sony's new AI autofocusing system, it can absolutely handle the workload of a beginner to intermediate bird photographer. There are a few sacrifices that you have to make if you decide to go with the A6700 as your main shooter. The smaller EVF, the ergonomics of the camera, dual card slots, and if it's important to you, the full frame sensor. So now, first, the EVF. It is really challenging to look in here. It's kind of awkward. You gotta really squint to get in there. It's not terrible. Might not be a deal breaker for most people, but it is something to consider. The compactness of the camera is great, but if you have larger hands, it is kind of tricky, kind of gripping it, especially if you're out there for a few hours. It does wear down on your grip. It's a small camera. It is trickier to hold for a longer period of time. Dual card slots, once again, maybe not a huge deal breaker. So referring to dual card slots with A7 IV, I prefer my JPEGs go to card slot 1 and my RAWs will go to card slot 2. Makes it easier separating the file sizes and the pictures themselves, especially when you get home after the shoot, you want to edit or you want to bring them onto your computer. I know which card is which. With this system, everything is all compiled on top of each other, so you have to kind of go through it and separate them. I know it maybe doesn't seem like a big deal, but once again, something to consider. dual card slots definitely come in handy. And finally, the full frame sensor. If you're a fan of full frame and you've been shooting full frame for a long time, going down to an APS-C is definitely different. A full frame sensor works a lot better in lower light conditions, and most affordable zoom lenses start at an f-stop of about 4.5, which already decreases the amount of light hitting the sensor. Another strength of full frame is the depth of field, which is definitely noticeable when you're comparing an APS-C image to a full frame image. But with all that said, I still think that the A6700 can hold up to the demands of birding photographers. A nice bonus with an APS-C sensor is the crop factor when using full frame lenses. The APS-C sensor will actually crop in 1.5. So what happens is it turns a 100mm lens into a 150mm lens, which definitely comes in handy. So did we answer the question? Is the A6700 great for bird photography? Heck yeah, it is. Affordable, lightweight, compact, checks all the boxes. It takes amazing images. A6700, thumbs up. All right, that's it. That's all I got for you. If you made it this far, you might as well subscribe and definitely hit that like button. If you want to watch my first A6700 review video, then you want to click right over here. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll see you next time.